So what pieces of technology do I use as a blind person around my office to make my life a little bit easier? Welcome to my office. Come on in, I will show you around.
Nice.
Hey everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to my channel, Blind to Billionaire. So what pieces of technology do I use as a blind person around my office to make my life a little bit easier? Come on in, I'll show you around. So this is actually my office where I spend quite a bit of time each day. As you can see over here, I have some weights. When I'm not working on anything or when I want a little break, I just run over, do a little bit of weightlifting. It's something I really enjoy. So this is actually my setup. Obviously, you can see I have my printer over on the left side. I have a desktop with a desktop PC with a 27-inch monitor. And then I have a CCTV, which is an Optelec. I don't know the actual model, but it's an Optelec CCTV over on the end of the desk there. So, where's my chair? Okay, so this is, like I said, my laptop. What I do is I use the high contrast setting on my laptop to help me actually be able to see it. So I have a lot of different icons on there, and I don't actually know, like I know what they are based on where I have them located on my desktop, but otherwise what they're named, I can't actually see that. So I'll just show you. So on my keyboard, I have some little dots on the sidebar over here. There's some different keys, and I have some earrings, like those little stick-on earrings that little kids would use. I actually have those on the buttons that I want. So I just know that this one means it goes to the internet. So if I push that button, you can see that it brings up Google, and then I can just go from there. So I don't use any type of narration or anything on my computer simply because I can't stand the narration settings for Windows. I just don't like it. So I'm very slow on the computer, but I'm still able to use it as long as I have the high contrast. And then I don't know, my mouse is pretty big wherever it is. Oh, I think I see it. So I can see it a little bit. I move my mouse really slow, but I'm really slow on the computer, but it's what works for me. So anyway, that's my PC. That's how I use it. Also on my desk here, I have a watch that I just leave on my desk right here, and it's actually a talking watch, so it's pretty sweet. I use this multiple times a day. I push the button. The time is 9:22 p.m. So it's 9:22 p.m., and then if I push this other button, it tells me the date. Today is Thursday, September 6th, year 2018. So he said today is Thursday, September 6th, 2018. What other? Oh, so apparently there's an alarm. And there's a button to update the time. So I always have that watch sitting on my desk, and I'm constantly pushing the button to ask what time it is because, you know, it's just so much easier for me to just press a button to see what time it is. So then over here on the left side of my desk, I have a stack of notebooks. So every morning when I come into my office, I write my goals, and then I do it again at night. I don't have anything written here because, you know, it's kind of personal and secretive. Well, not necessarily secretive, but it's a little bit personal, so I'm not going to show what they are. But every day I come into my office, I enjoy drinking coffee. So one of the things I do is I come into my office, I have my coffee, and I sit here for about 10 minutes and I write all my goals. And then I do it again at night. And these are my notebooks that I have all my goals written in. And then I have just some different stacks of paper and things here that I just make little notes or whatever. And so this stack of paper I have here, I also like playing with coins, something I really enjoy doing. So I always have some coins laying around that I just play with. But anyway, I have just a stack of like anything I can think of to do or that I need to tell Corey or I need help with. I just have a stack of to-dos. So then every couple days or whenever, Corey and I will go through that whole list of to-dos. So my computer was actually out of commission for a couple days, so my to-do list got very long. So other things that I have here on my desk, I have a talking calculator. I use this thing constantly. I use it multiple times a day. And I'll try it.
All clear.
So I can just do like 5 times 10 equals 50. So obviously, so then I don't know. It's just a really basic calculator, but
All clear. All clear.
if you watched any of my other videos, you know that Corey and I own a couple of rental properties, and I do a lot of things with numbers every day. So I'm constantly on my calculator there, using that, just calculating different things, and I find that really helpful because if you look on my computer again, I use the calculator here on Windows, which that calculator works fine too, but I can't hear it. So I'm actually pretty fast on that calculator as well, but I actually need to visually see the numbers then, and sometimes it's very difficult for me to see them, or I mistake numbers. So I find that it's a lot easier to just use the talking calculator versus the one on my computer. So for speed and efficiency, I like to use the talking calculator. I also have an old iPhone. The battery's actually dead right now, but it's one of Corey's old iPhones, and what I do with that is when Corey's at work or she's away, what we do is we actually text through the iPhone, through iMessaging. So I'll just send a voice message to her, just whatever I want to say. I'll do it through voice and then send it to her, and so we can text back and forth through the iMessaging, and then I don't have to use any other way. It just makes it really easy for us to communicate throughout the day. Let's see, one other piece of technology I use, I've talked about this before, the Amazon Fire 7 tablet. Amazon Fire 7 tablet. Again, I don't have it turned on. I could turn it on. So anyway, this is the tablet I use to, typically what I do is I check my email on this, and I'll read all my emails through this device, and then I'll go onto my PC, and I'll go to my email and then actually physically type through a keyboard. I realize that's probably not the best way to do it, but that's actually how I do it because I use the the text to voice or text to speech feature on the Amazon Fire 7 tablet to actually read my emails, and then I go on my PC to actually physically type and respond to emails through like a physical keyboard because I can type pretty fast. But on this device, I type very slow. So that's just what I find works best for me. So, this also has a built-in Alexa. So if I'm sitting here and I don't know something, or I want to know like a phone number, or I want to know the weather, or anything like that, I'll just say, hey, Alexa, what's the phone number to Home Depot, or whatever I'm looking for. So I always have that sitting on my desk too. So as for the Optelec Cctv, this is another thing I use. Again, it's pretty difficult for me to use because I can't see it all that well, but I have just a sample piece, a document under here right now. Honestly, Corey told me what it is, but I have no clue what it is. I can't see that. To me, it's just a blur on the screen. It's bright, but what's kind of cool about this machine too is this big dial here. I can zoom it in. So here I'll zoom it in. It zooms up to 72 times. So I'll zoom it in all the way so you can see how much it, let's see here, there. So apparently there must be a letter there. I see it's just, all I see is just a really bright blur. So I don't know what that is, but anyway, it zooms way in as you can see. So I typically have it zoomed in to about, I don't know, roughly there. Again, I honestly don't even see what is on my screen right now, but it'll take me a while. So I can also change the color settings, whatever color this is. Again, bright. So this is the setting. I think this is the setting. This is the one that works for me. Black and white, blacked out, background with the white text. That's just what works for me. That's it's the only way I'm able to see it. So yeah, these are some of the pieces of technology that I use around my office to make my life a little bit easier and faster, a little bit more efficient throughout the day. So yeah, the Optelec Cctv, the Amazon Fire 7 tablet, the iPhone that Corey and I text back and forth with through iMessaging, the talking calculator, my PC with high contrast setting, and then what else do I have? Oh yeah, the talking watch that I keep on my desk. And then, you know, the printer doesn't do anything special. My little pieces of paper over there that I take notes on. And then when I'm feeling like I want to break from all this stuff, I go over to the corner and I hit some weights for a little while. So, as you can see over there, that vest leaning up against the wall, that is compliments of my brother-in-law, Luke. He gave that to me for Christmas last year. It's actually a weighted vest. So that thing weighs, I think there's 45 pounds in it. So if I'm feeling bored, I throw the vest on and I'll just wear this vest around. I'll do push-ups or I'll run up and down the stairs with it. I'll do jumping jacks, squats, I don't know, all sorts of different things with it. So it's kind of interesting. So anyway, that's just a look at my office and some of the technology that I use to make my life a little bit easier. So if you haven't done so already, do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel. I'm always trying to do as much as I can to bring value and helpful information to you who are blind or visually impaired, or if you just know anybody who is blind or visually impaired and just trying to get a glimpse into our lives, or if this is just something that interests you. So if there's any topics or anything that you want to know, just leave it down in the comments section and I'll definitely make a video about it. Otherwise, like I said, I'm always trying to create valuable content to make your life easier or just give you someone to relate to. So again, thanks again for watching, and do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel and leave any comments or questions that you have down below, and I will do whatever I can to answer them as quickly as I can. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you again on a future video. Thank you.